This is Star. How you doing? I'm doing okay. And today, what I want to do is I have this kind of thing in my head where I want to play around with these Shreddage guitars today. And I kind of want to emulate Joy Division's sort of bass line for New Dawn Fades. It's a triplet bass line. It starts off with, actually has a very unique pattern in it. And every time I can think of something that gets me sort of in that mood, I think of that bass line. So it's very prominent in my head. I've been looking at it recently, and I think I can cover it. I do not want to. I do not want to cover the rest of the song. I do not want to cover the whole entire bass line, but I do want to see if I can get close to what they do. I also have a Jupiter and I have an arch top left and right panned on the channels over here that I want to do something with. I am not a master at this. This is considered practice for me on what I want to do. So I'm gonna practice away. So what I want to do is first and foremost is I want to get my bass guitar track down. So I want to do 4 bars, and in here I want it to be not straight, but I need it to be trial or a triplet. So I don't want to do 16ths. I don't want to do 16ths. I want to do 8ths. And then let me bring up. Okay, this is a fretless bass, but under here there's still frets, and I happen to know that in the tune that I'm thinking of, that the guitarist Peter Hook uses the 7th fret, and then he goes down to the 5th, and then the 3rd. So he keeps on going, and then just open notes it for the thing. So it goes 7th, 5th, 3rd, and then open note. So we want this particular string right here, so we're gonna force the string. So there, and then we want to find the 5th, the 7th, and the, so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we want something in this range, note-wise. So it looks like an A, and then if we're using this correctly, it goes A to G. So the pattern looks somewhat like this, where we start off with the long note for about a what looks like a bar. So I have this type of rhythm for the bass. Of course, it doesn't start on my note. So that kind of thing. I want to turn this up because I probably barely hear it. Let me fill in the lines here. All right, it sounds a little bit better. And then we want to copy the same pattern, and we want to bring it up a note. And then we want to copy the same pattern. We want to bring it up a note. And then probably following the same type of deal, we want to take the pattern. We want to bring it up a note. So no, I did this backwards. Getting there. Kind of want to let this one, I don't think that's correctly. There's a little bit of variation between the patterns here, and I need to vary it up a little bit. Again, I don't want to mimic it entirely. I just want to get it to be somewhat similar. So That's actually really good. I like that. It needs to be louder. It needs to be probably a lot more. We need to go in, and I'm doing this on, and so we need to give it something a little more crunchy, a little more. Let's try this one. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. It's probably not the right one, but I do like it. Let's try this one. Still on the fret. I wonder if all right. So the stuff's good. There we go. We want to go to articulations. We want to mess with this a bit so that it's getting cut off a bit. The next is we kind of want to put some humanization into it. We don't want to have the same velocity hits every time, and we want to kind of humanize it. Okay, I like it. Not the same, but inspired by. So let's take it, let's duplicate it, let's make it a full 8 bars. And then we're gonna start bringing in our guitars. So what I want to do is I want to try an external amp chug sound. So I want to put that back on the initialized setting on here so that this amp basically takes it over. After listening to it a couple hundred times, getting tired of it. So what I want to do, what I want to do is hit the automation panel. And what we're going to do is we're going to automate the MIDI lane here. We want to automate the pitch bend. Pitch bend does a kind of a bend in the string. And since we're doing long stretches of the note, what I want to do is kind of get a kind of steep pitch bend. Oops. think adding in some drums, some really standardized 4-floor drums. Not a bad start to a little bit of track. Of course, it needs a little bit more melodies, probably a chorus, not a effect, but an actual phase of it. So something for the lead melody go in, probably a little bit more on the lead here. I got 2 guitars going. I got a distorted kind of one and I got a clean kind of one. So basically it should have some interplay between both of them, a couple of bit different notes, but overall for like a rhythm section or a kind of a generalized section, this one's not bad for like maybe an intro or something, and then kick into having these be programmed a bit more. But overall, I think it's good practice for initially starting off. I don't hate it, and that's good. Usually I do. Usually I think the programming on these suck. Not to the fault of the VST, but due to my own, because again, I need practice, and I like I say, I keep loving them. I love them, but I need more practice using them, and today was it. So hopefully you got a little bit of something out of this, other than just to see me programming on stuff. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. If you got all the way to the end of here, thank you very, very much, and I will catch you later.